What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel, and if you don't know already, my name is Henry. And in today's video, I'm going to be going over what my graduate school experience has been for the past 2 weeks. I can't believe it. I already finished 2 weeks of school? Say what? Wait, no more. We're going to dive right into it. Alright, so the first point we're going to be covering is my work life in relation to school life. So, school life, all my classes are between 6 to 10 p.m., only 3 days a week. And yes, I am still working at a full-time job, but luckily it's working from home. But I will say this graduate program it's a lot of work. First 2 weeks are introductory things where it's pretty simple. But I will say I spend an average of about maybe 13 hours a week doing homework. My recommendation, if you're looking at the same program I'm in at the University of Washington, I think if you manage your time well and you don't wait until the last minute to do your homework, you could still work a full-time job. So with all this talk of work and school experience, this brings me to my second point, which is going to school from Zoom, from home. Especially if I'm going to be paying almost $9,000 a quarter, I'm going to want some value for sure. But I will say for the past 2 weeks, after attending 2 weeks of class, learning from Zoom is actually not bad. Especially since I only have 3 classes, 1 class a day on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursday. I don't have to spend any time dealing with transportation or driving, parking. I don't have to deal with none of that. All I have to do is flip my computer open, log on Zoom, and boom, just like that, I am in class. I will say one thing I don't like about it is you can't really interact much with your peers, with your professor, and sometimes it's just tiring staring into the screen for 4 hours, which is how long my classes are. So the third point I'm going to be covering are the classes that I'm taking for this master's program. The classes that I'm taking include Human-Centered Design Engineering 518, which is a studio-based course, 508, which is a visual communication course, and 526, which is a video production course. Basically, I'm taking 10 credits, okay? Now, one recommendation that I will give before I dive any deeper is my visual communication course, which is HCDE 508, works in line with my video production course, which is HCDE 526. Now, if you're watching this video and you're thinking about applying to this program, or if you're in the program already, I definitely recommend taking 508 along with 526. One thing I want to note for the entire master's program is that the professors and the advisors are super cool and super nice. So with all the talk about the classes that I'm taking so far, this brings me to point number 4, which is, alright, how am I feeling about the coursework? How much time am I spending? And what are some recommendations I would give to students who are thinking about applying to the program? Here we go. Every week, like I said, I spend about 12 hours doing homework. And that's because it's a lot of homework. Each class, every week, I get anywhere between 2 to 5 assignments to complete, but they're not like really dense assignments. They're really, more of an exercise assignment where you really start to utilize your thinking caps, and you really start to draw and sketch things out and do some work on Adobe Photoshop or Illustrator. And those things are new to me, so they take more time. So that's why I'm spending like 13 hours a week on it. Now, the one tip I will give is, like I said, don't wait until last minute to do your homework. I've been doing my homework every day, maybe spending 3 to 4 hours every day doing a little bit of homework here, a little bit of there, and a little bit of there. Not only do I feel more comfortable and less stress, I am actually engaging in the material and really starting to learn how to use it and how to start thinking more like a designer, and really picking up mistakes that I made and learning from it, rather than just rushing to finish the assignment for the sake of getting a grade. So for me, when I complete my homework assignments, I try my best on the first try, and when I think I'm done, submit it and look away. I start on the next week assignment actually, but yeah, you get the picture. Another recommendation I would give for students looking to apply for this master's program is definitely get familiar using Adobe software programs like Photoshop, Illustrator, and Premiere Pro. Luckily for me, I was making YouTube videos during the summer and I was using Adobe Premiere Pro, so I really understood the basics of how to use certain tools, how to make layers, how to save files as a PDF or as a JPEG. Those things I really learned how to use and I got comfortable with it. But for the courses that I'm taking right now, I feel like if I didn't know how to use the, work around Photoshops, utilize their basic tools, same thing with Adobe Premiere Pro. With the first and second week's assignments that were assigned, I would be struggling. Like I said, I spent 12 to 13 hours on homework. If I didn't know how to use the basics of the Adobe suite programs, I'd be spending like 20 plus hours on homework. Like seriously. With that being said, if you're not in the program right now and you're thinking about applying, give yourself a goal. Dedicate 60 hours of learning Adobe Premiere Pro and Adobe Illustrator and Adobe Photoshop. So with being said, this brings me to point number 5, which is what kind of attitude you should have going into this program. Human-centered design and engineering as a whole, it's all about problem solving. And if you want to solve problems, you got to be a good team player, you got to be a good person. So when you're in this program and you're with a cohort of other students with different backgrounds, they aren't originally from Seattle. If they're struggling or if they need help, hey, just give a hand out, man. Help them out. Be a good friend, be a good person, be a good peer. Now, the last thing I want to cover, and this is the most important thing, is the program worth it? Right? You're gonna be spending 2 years of your time, 2 years of your life, and a lot of money just to be in this program. At the end of the day, and at the end of the program, you need to know if it's worth it or not. And what I will tell you from what I've experienced in the past 2 weeks is I definitely feel like it's worth it. It's worth the money, it's worth the time. Reason why is my classmates in the first year program are working professionals that are already in this tech field. They're students that are already working at companies like Microsoft and Facebook and Disney. So that actually gives me, a sign of relief. Like, wow, there's actually working professionals in the same program as I am in and in the same year. So you already know I'm gonna be talking to them all day and where's the hookup? But out of all seriousness, the things that I'm learning, the people that are involved in teaching and learning with me at the same time, they're all really great people, and I feel like I have a lot of support on my back to really launch me into this new career path that I want to take. So this concludes the video of my experience so far in the HCDE MS program at the University of Washington. If you have any specific questions for me, if you want me to go over anything in future videos, comment in the section below. But until next time, you know what it is. Stay healthy, stay active, be on the grind, keep learning, and until next time, peace.